Welcome back, trainers, and well, we're going to be hitting Legend, as if it was even a question whether or not we were going to do it or not. So I just busted out Heisenberg, and well, after that, the rest is history. We're going to hit Legend no matter what, and I'm going to tell you, I still have about 4 sets for the day, so we're looking pretty good. Don't know if I want to go back in there with this Heisenberg team, or if I want to just use something spicy, because at this point, I don't even care anymore. We got it, right? So we're just going to have some fun. Well, that's what we've been doing this whole season, right? Casually moving up into legend rank. Oh man, so yeah, there's really not much to talk about. We've seen this team for the past 3 videos, right? I'm just gonna keep on pushing with it here, and we're gonna have a good old time and take some wins and have some good plays here. Now, if there is a question whether or not the people in GBL are going to be highly skilled as if they were before, I'm going to have to say, yeah, they're probably going to be even more skilled than they were. And the people that are dropping out lately because of the current situation of Pokemon Go are not going to be the hardcore players, but more so the casual people, the people who just did it for the rewards and whatnot. I'm sure there's hardcore people who are dropping out, but you're going to see some people in here who really know what they're doing. Rock, paper, scissors, folks, okay? It has a lot to do with that. You have a good lead, a good swap, you're going to be able to come out of that, maybe take the win more than likely. There's going to be little, things that you can do, maneuvers in that situation to pull yourself out of a horrible situation, as we've seen many times before, and I'm sure you've done yourself as well. But it is definitely going to weigh heavily upon you having good leads. But, we get bad leads all the time and we still pull it through. Right. With that said, really not much more to say other than let's get into this. And for the last 2 battles, I'm going to have a little bit of a little music thing playing, kind of like what we used to do. So the commentary is going to stop. We have a good 30-minute video of straight PvP here. So yeah, we're going to be just doing the commentary up until the last 2 battles. And then after that, we'll get right back into it and talk really briefly before I let you guys go. But if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and if you do hear a bit of noise in the back, I'm having some things worked on in the apartment, so that's what the noise is. Otherwise, I would have gotten this video up a long time ago, but I let the louder part of the whole situation blow over. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this. But with that said, let's go ahead and start the commentary, taking that win up against Escavalier. They're surrendering the match. Let's keep it going. Obviously, we're going to be battling legends here. So we're met with a Swampert regular. Is this a good situation or a bad? Well, pretty much every Swampert in the Ultra League is currently right now is going to have Earthquake, so we don't need to look out for Sludge Wave. But it is still going to be able to spam Hydro Cannon at an extreme rate. So we got to kind of figure out what we want to do here. So Swampert is always going to be one of those Pokemon that you're going to have to try to figure out. Not too much grass roaming around. There are some Venusaurs that I did run into, but not too often. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and swap to catch a Hydro Cannon and then go ahead and farm that thing down. That was a beautiful thing right there. They're going to be going in with their Umbreon, and as soon as I seen that, put a smile on my face. Always love to see those XL Umbreons now. I know it could be a lot of trouble for some people. And as far as, oh, is it too OP? Well, I mean, Machamp's going to go in there and absolutely destroy it. And Ninetales is the reason why we run the Dazzling Gleam, so we can do a lot of damage to it. Alright, so we're hitting it with that Hydro Cannon, and we're absolutely going to let it take us out because we want to go in here and farm down with Machamp. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, we're going with Machamp, they're going with Talonflame, that's perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and build up to a Rock Slide and go for the Rock Slide because this is just a cross chop bait. You got 2 shields, of course I'm going to try to bait, but no, they shield up, very smart. We swap into our Ninetales, and I'm like, I don't know about this one here, but you gotta love that Ninetales. The thing is absolutely amazing and spammy with that Weather Ball. Let's go. But we're able to get to another Weather Ball. That was key. If we're not able to get to that, well, we would have probably definitely taken a loss here. So we're going to swap into our Machamp. And, well, how's this going to work out? They're going to go Flame Charge. Okay, swap into their Umbreon. Great, that sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and farm down and then go ahead and hit that Rock Slide on the Talonflame here. Could they have potentially won if they stayed with the Talonflame? Well, I don't know if they were going to be able to get to another Flame Charge. I think I would have been able to cross-chop them. Yeah, it's not very effective, but it still is effective in battle. Alright, so we got the Shadow Abomasnow over here, and this is a pretty good situation for me. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this. Now, they did bait me here. That very rarely happens, so, good on them. Had a little sneaking suspicion that that was going to happen. I felt like they didn't have enough energy. Maybe they did build up to it, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and keep spamming them with Weather Ball here. Both the, I mean, Empoleon doesn't actually enjoys going up against the Abomasnow. I mean, obviously, Energy Ball is going to hurt, and then Machamp is just absolutely going to just pummel it into the ground with counter shadows. All right, so they're swapping. We're going to go ahead and catch a Hydro Cannon with our Empoleon here. Gotta love those catches, and we're just going to go ahead and do some damage here. I'm not sure if we farm all the way down. I don't think we do. Letting this go through, calling a Hydro Cannon here, and now we're going to go ahead and get it off. I felt like they, I don't know. I could have probably farmed them down, but hey, better safe than sorry, I suppose. At least we're not going to, well, not at least, well, unfortunately, we're not coming out of this with energy. They're going in with Machamp, swapping into their Abomasnow. Okay, sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and go for the Jolpek, take them out. In comes that Machamp. We're going to go ahead and instantly swap into our Ninetales and get off a Weather Ball to start putting on pressure to that thing. We still have the Machamp in the back. They're holding on to their shield. Okay, sounds good to me. And we're going to go ahead and just bring in Machamp at this point. There's no reason. I mean, I could have thrown in Empoleon, but that's just another counter to farm us with. I could have had him use a charge move on that, but whatever. We're going to just counter down because, like we've discussed before, it's pointless to go for your charge move if they have a shield left. If you're not going to be able to get to the next charge move before you're just able to just, I was going to say counter them down, but quick move them down. And we've discussed that on the channel, how that could be extremely beneficial to you to just, you know, quick move down as opposed to getting off a charge move that is actually pointless and you're missing out on a quick move, which could have potentially helped you take the win. So we're up against a Machamp. This is, you know, if we had Psyshock, it'd be a lot better. But since they're swapping and locking, this is going to give us an advantage here. And they're going to be going into Crustle. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Empoleon. Now, I could have bring Machamp. But I just didn't. We're just going to go ahead and go in with Empoleon here and farm all the way down. Absolutely farm all the way down to Funky Town. So we're going to be looking good to go. What are they going to come back into battle with? It's a Glade. Okay, that's interesting. So we're going to go ahead and hit the Drill Peck here. And they're letting it go through. Fantastic. And we go for a Hydro Cannon, whatever. It doesn't matter because they're so low. And do believe they let this go through as well, which really puzzled me. Bringing back that Machamp. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They got to farm up. They're just working around a situation that they've been put in here, I suppose. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and just bring in Machamp and counter down. I mean, that's it. Simple as that. Shield this up. And it's a G's for us. So this is going to be the second season in which I was able to hit Legend with this team. Oh boy, I'm going to have some other team ideas for you. We've made videos on these, all of these teams that we're going to be looking at here at the end. In case, you know, you need a few ideas, you're almost a Legend, or you just need a little bit of a boost and what to use, I suppose. And we'll go over just very briefly on what you could pick. A summary of what we've used for the Ultra Premier here and Open Ultra. So up against Clefable, I love this matchup. Absolutely love it. Going to be able to farm down at the expense of a shield, but I don't care. They're bringing in Talonflame. Let's see if we can get two of these off. That Incinerate did go through, but we're still able to get to the other Weather Ball, which is going to be extremely big here. No, I was going to say expecting a shield. They're letting it go. Okay. Obviously, we're going in here with Empoleon, and we will easily let this charge move go through. There's no way we can't use this last shield yet. So they're going straight Brave Bird, doing as much damage, swapping into Umbreon, and now we can safely say GG's. Okay, yeah, yes, we can. Okay, so they're letting it go. At this point, they know it's over, I would assume. So I think they may stay the whole time. Let's see. So like we've discussed as well in a couple videos back, that Machamp's counter is absolutely ridiculous. In comes a Flying XL, and we're just going to go ahead and counter it down with two shields over there. All right, sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and move on to our next opponent here. We're met with a Giratina. Let's go. A good, solid lead. They're swapping into Talonflame. We're going to go ahead and bring in Empoleon here, seeing that, well, both Machamp and Empoleon don't really want to see Giratina, so... but yeah, water versus fire, obviously. So we're going to farm it down. Beautiful. With not too much health left, but a good amount for the Giratina to farm us down. But honestly, I don't care if Giratina has, 100 energies. 100 energy is going to... It's not going to be appreciated, but the Ninetales is still going to walk all over that legendary, so it doesn't really matter. Going to go for another Jolpek, doing some nice damage, getting into the yellow with a water type. Gotta love that. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Ninetales and let whatever they throw at us go through. Shadow Sneak, it's just a tickle. Just a little tickle. They swap into their, good old trusty Registeel. And, well, we're going to bring in Machamp. The good old trusty Shadow Machamp. So we could let a charge move go through, but why? Why would we do such a thing at this point? All we need to do is win this matchup. there's nothing that the Giratina can do up against the Ninetales to win this spammy Weather Ball and Powdered Snow. There's no way that they could win. So simply going to shield everything up here. Actually, do we shield this up? Yeah, yeah, no, what? Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to go ahead and swap to catch. I would assume that a cross chop. So we're just going to go ahead and go Rock Slide because we're not going to fall for it, and then bring in the Ninetales. Go ahead and finish off that Giratina here. And then the Registeel will come in and we'll go ahead and not very effective Powder Snow it down. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here, folks. Let's see what we have for the next battle. What are we going to be met with? A Cresselia. Now, how does this work for me and how do I feel? Well, it's fine. You know, obviously the Empoleon up against it is going to be pretty good. Granted that the Energy Ball or the Grass Knot's going to be pretty annoying. But I'd rather have this matchup than up against Machamp. Although my Machamp sure does love countering down the remainder of the Cresselia's health to farm down for the rest of the Pokemon in the back, as we've seen in several other videos before. So let's go ahead and step away from the commentary for just a second. And I see people commenting on Twitter, you know, me talking about my team. A few people said that they've used it, but they don't have the success that I have using it. And to that I have to say, well, you could pick the best ranked team on PvPoke, and people have came to me and said that they put this team through the ringer, I suppose, over on PvPoke to see where it ranks and how good it is, and they said it's not that good. It's not that. It's like, well, I don't care. Like, nothing against PvPoke's website. I mean, it's an amazing resource and absolutely a great place to go to see if your team is good. But I don't care if some people come to me and saying your team's not good. This is the problem that people have nowadays, is they like to listen to other people's opinions too much and base their actions upon what other people are thinking, even though I would say 90% of the time these people spouting out nonsense don't even have a logical reason for saying it. They're just saying it because, well, they have a mouth, they have fingers to type, they have somewhat of a half-working brain up there to form together a sentence to insult you or to bring you down to some degree, but they don't even know what they're even wanting in life. I mean, the people that are telling us to boycott this are also saying that they're not going to stop raiding until after the bonuses. What kind of hypocritical nonsense is this? The world is going crazy, and people out here are just so foolish. So don't let anybody tell you anything. Do what you want to do. I mean, obviously, if you have a horrible team, well, I should say, a unbalanced team, you're going to probably run into some trouble. But this is my team. I made it. I know how to use it, and I know its weaknesses. Yes, if we lose the Ninetales, we can be put in a bad situation up against other Pokemon, but I don't care. We'll problem solve. We'll figure it out, right? So don't let other people's opinions fully determine what you're going to be doing. All right, so just thought I'd talk about that for a second, because what's going on here lately, and I understand if people think that I don't care about the distance for the Pokestops, and I did not want to talk about this, but I'm just going to say it really quick. People think I don't care, or I don't mind the distance being put back to normal because it doesn't affect me. It does affect me, and I do care. It's just we've been warned, and I see a lot of people saying things about how they can't reach a stop from their house anymore, which has nothing to do with said pandemic. It has nothing to do with whatever's going on with that situation. It's just them being lazy and not wanting to go a few more feet to hit a stop. Okay, I can sympathize. I live in Alaska. I have nothing here as far as this game is concerned. Okay, so it's just kind of like crazy what all these people are talking about. If you want to boycott it, go full boycott. Don't say, oh, I'll do it after Shiny Dialga or Heracross. I mean, give me a break. Hypocrisy is running rampant right now. So I feel like people are just jumping on board. I know people are jumping on board to get likes from other people, to get clout, so they can act like as if they care, which they don't, because they're going to go and raid at this new legendary shiny whenever it does come out. Okay, there we go. I had to get that off my chest because it's really annoying, the hypocrisy level that's it's over 9,000. Anyways, step away from the commentary really quick and do a rant. Anyways, the people who have a realistic grasp on reality and just heard what I had to say will probably fully agree with what I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this here. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, farm down that Talonflame. Okay, beautiful. And we're just going to go ahead and hit this Drill Peck on the Suicune here, which is a very nice spicy pick. And we're going to go ahead and have them back out. We take the win there. Moving on to our next opponent. All right, let's see what this legend has to offer, and we have a mirror match. Ninetales versus Ninetales here. So we have to call the Dazzling Gleam. Are they going to shield ours? I'm going to say pretty much 9 times out of 10 we get a shield, but we didn't this time. So I was like, oh, holy cow. We're cooking here. Let's go. We're cooking with some gas. All right, so going to go ahead and get off this Weather Ball. This is an obvious not Dazzling Gleam, and they know it. So they're going to probably let it go through. And this is not a Dazzling Gleam in return. So we're going to go ahead and obviously let it go through too. So we're going to be able to get to this Weather Ball first. As much as I wanted to farm down, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and take them out so we could win the swap here. No shields used on either end. They're not able to farm much, which is beautiful. Just one quick move. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Empoleon. They swap into their Obstagoon, and you already know this is over. That's your rock, paper, scissors for you folks. Okay, that's your rock, paper, scissors. So, yeah, they know that, and it's GG's there. Gonna go ahead and keep moving along here, folks. See what we have going on here. Got another legend and Giratina lead. Let's see if this legend's gonna be able to pull out of this bad lead here. So they're deciding to stay here for now, gain a little bit of energy, swap into Obstagoon, and I'm gonna have to say GG's. Sorry, I'm not trying to act cocky, but it's just when you do so many of these battles with this specific meta, and you know what your Pokemon are capable of, it's pretty much over, right? So they're going to go ahead and bring back Giratina. We're just going to, go for the Rock Slide here. Maybe we can get to another one. If not, yeah, they're going to go ahead and release that energy, which is great. We're going to bring in Ninetales, and, well, they could have a counter in the back to our Empoleon, but then the Ninetales and Empoleon complement each other extremely well. And it is going to be a muck, so that is perfect. We do resist the steel. I just said that completely backwards. We do resist the poison with the steel, but we need to look out for Thunder Punch. So we call that Acid Spray like clutch. Let's go. Dark Pulse, well, yeah, Thunder Punch is, I'm assuming, is what they're going to have here. And that is going to be doing a lot of damage now because they did lower our defense, and it is going to be super effective. They hit us with another Acid Spray, and at this point, I was thinking that they could probably very well do that, and that's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter if we use 2 shields in this situation. We just need to get that muck down and bring it low enough to take it out with the Ninetales here. So I almost wanted to swap into my Ninetales to catch a Thunder Punch, but we're just going to go ahead and let it go because we have energy built up. We're just going to go ahead and get that off and take out this muck here. Fantastic. And they're going to come back in with Giratina. And, well, this, yeah, like we've said, GG's. This is pretty much our game when you know these counters. And that's the biggest problem of making this an esport. We're talking about any sort of esport with Pokemon Go, is the fact that you can get cornered in the wall. It doesn't matter if you're the most experienced player in the world for Go Battle League, whatever. If you get hard countered, well, you're just over, buddy. That's it. It's just over for you. So I don't think that can warrant an esport when it determines a match. There's no other outcome that could possibly happen unless you get extremely lucky and call some sort of a bluff, or you catch with a Pokemon at the perfect time. And even then, if you catch, they swap into a counter, you're over. You guys see what I'm saying here. There is a lot of skill involved in this. I'm not going to doubt that. I've always been behind that. It is not a tap, tap, tap. You have to tap your screen, but it's not simply that. It does revolve around skill. But some of these matches can be easily determined by one person because they just have the counters. Or I shouldn't have said determined, but just controlled by the other person because of the Pokemon they have. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. We got a lot of battles. I don't need to go like every second with the commentary, right? And I know a lot of you like it when I step away and talk like that. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Machamp and counter down an XL Defense Deoxys. Let's go. Bringing in a Swampert. We're going to go ahead and go for counter, getting a shield out of them here. I think we may let this go, or no, we're going to shield it up. We felt the need to shield, and they have okay, I had a feeling there was a steel type in the back, and that's why I shielded. And as soon as I saw that Galarian Stunfisk swap in, oh boy, we're getting closer to that legend, and I was feeling real good. Some nice, beautiful lag right there when I was trying to hit my charge move, of course. Of course. All right, so they're going to be able to get off a charge move. I'm assuming it's an Earthquake. Yep, there we go. Take us out. And I got a little nervous. I was like, actually, we're okay. We got energy here. We'll be able to take them out. And then we're going to be able to, I was hoping this would take them out. I figured it would, but I thought they may have a Hydro Cannon here, and we are out of shield, so still looking good and taking that win. Let's keep it moving here, folks, into the next battle here. What are we going to be met with? And it is going to be a Clefable, and we love to see this in the lead. All right, so we're going to be perfectly fine here, because we're going to be able to spam the Weather Ball very fastly. It does a lot of damage, and we're going to be able to outpace it and come out on top. So let's see what we have going on here. Going to go for another Weather Ball. We're getting a shield. Okay, sounds good to me. It doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and shield right back, and we will be able to win this matchup here. If they wanted to double shield, though, yeah, in that case, I'll let them take it. Go ahead and use both of those shields. Let's go in with an Empoleon and handle whatever's in the back. Hopefully, we'll see how that works out. But they're going to be swapping and locking themselves to catch a Weather Ball with, I didn't quite catch that, a Escavalier. Now, that is something that does threaten my team. Yeah, it's definitely Escavalier. It's not the biggest threat around. It's not got doesn't have a steel move on it, but we still need to look out for it because of the Ninetales, the Empoleon, and then Machamp doesn't really need to worry about it. It does have Aerial Ace, which is super effective, but our counter is doing a ton. So there you go. They're coming back in with their Clefable. We're going to go ahead and farm down. They are shieldless at this point, and what do they have? We don't even get to see. Taking the win. Let's keep it moving here, folks. What are we going to be met with this time? And we have another Cresselia. Like we discussed before, we perfectly enjoy this lead here. Could be worse. That's what I think. When I don't get the lead that I want, it could be worse. Now, what is the lead that I'm so desperately hoping to see every single time? Straight up a Giratina, folks. That's it. If I get a Giratina win, it's definitely not going to be a victory. But it's going to be looking good. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this opponent that we're going to be seeing later down the line actually gave up because they thought they were just going to get outpaced simply because I had energy built up. Maybe they thought I had a payback on my Machamp, but I do believe their name is Exit Well, which it was crazy for that name. You'll see what happens if you follow me on Twitter. You already know. Anyways, let's get back into this here. So they're taking us out. We're getting off a Weather Ball. It was absolutely amazing to get that, and pretty key to land it as well. So bringing in the Empoleon here, they're going to be swapping into an Obstagoon, and here you go. Machamp says, "Hi, how's it going, buddy?" Probably not in that tone whatsoever. Probably not even saying hi, just giving a evil glare look. And in comes Talonflame. At this point, we don't need to Rock Slide. We can just Cross Chop, and that's not going to KO, but it's going to be enough with the Empoleon in the back. Going to go ahead and go for another one of those Cross Chops here. And as you can see, they're letting it go, and well, you have energy, but we already got that waterfall through, so they're basically KO'd at this point. Shield, and down they go. All right, moving on to our next opponent. There they are, Exit Well. Okay, so this Giratina lead that I'm always so excited for. There we go, good lead. And swapping, and they go into a Swampert, and I bring in my Empoleon here. Probably not the best choice because we have to worry about Earthquake, and now we're using a shield because of that fear. I mean, Machamp's not going to be much better, to be honest with you. It's still going to take a lot of damage, but we absolutely need to get the Ninetales out of here. It is a good matchup against Swampert, but we need it for the Giratina because the Empoleon and Machamp are not going to have a good time up against that thing. So my thought process here is I have to win this matchup. They use both shields, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to let the Empoleon go. And we're just going to base this off the fact that I think we're going to be able to handle what they have in the back. Because of not winning this matchup here, I think we should be able to pull this through. They come in with a Melmetal, and I'm thinking, well, there you go. That's why I needed to use two shields, and we've lost already. All right, so I'm getting off and should have just went Dazzling Gleam. I don't know why I'm going with this. I mean, Dazzling Gleam it's not very effective, but more damage. Instead, I go two Weather Balls, but okay, whatever works. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get farmed down into Oblivion here. We have a Machamp, but they're going to swap right into that Giratina. I thought they might get off a charge move here, but unfortunately, they just gained even more farm. So I don't know if they were trying to be kind to help me out here or what. I mean, technically, I'm not. I couldn't win this. I mean, they got a Giratina with full health, so they do back out, and we take the win there. Thanks, Exit Well. Much appreciated, my man. I don't encourage people to just give out wins, but hell, whatever, I'll take it. So we have a mirror match here with the Alola Ninetales, and it's all about that Dazzling Gleam stuff going on here. Haven't really ran into too many people with Psyshock. Maybe the lower ranks, I'm not saying that people who use Psyshock are less skilled, but that's just the only time I really encountered it. Higher ranks, it's all Dazzling Gleam, and I don't even really run into too many Ninetales, really. And we're not showing every win, and we're not showing every loss. We're not really showing too many losses at all, because I simply don't have the time today to make an hour-long video to include those, because these are going to be battles from yesterday. I just wanted to stack them up and just showcase all of the wins and some of the losses, or a loss, and take a look at me hitting Legend here. All right, so we have Jellicent. We got the Dazzling Gleam through, which was key. And I can't say I've won, but I'm feeling really good about this at this point. Swampert gaining some farm there is not particularly great for me. I do throw in Machamp because, well, we don't have to fear the Earthquake, but we do have to fear that Hydro Cannon. It's going to be doing a lot. They go ahead and throw in their Ninetales. I figured they were going to do that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do at this point is let the Machamp go, since we do resist everything so well. But we already know Dazzling Gleam is going to hurt. Check it out. Jeez, that's a lot of damage. We did it before. We know this. We know the power of that Alolan Ninetales, so we can't really slack or sleep on that thing too long just because we're in Empoleon. Trying to come out of here with some energy, and we do, but I'm still fearing that thing because, well, Swampert is pretty nasty, spammy, right? So we're doing some damage. We're doing good. I figured, what are they going to just go Hydro Cannon all the way at this point? They don't need to go Earthquake because it's not very effective, but it's still going to be enough. Plus, their Quick Move is doing enough damage, and I'm just praying that this is going to be enough here. But it's not, and we take a loss here. So with that said, let's go ahead and check out these last couple of battles. And folks, enjoy. I'll be right back. Alrighty, trainers, so there you have it. I still feel like the best pose is going to be the two-piece hands, or whatever the heck you're doing. As far as this pose, why is the torso why does it become like a foot shorter? It looks weird. It makes everything you put on look weird. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. I'll catch you all next time. And remember, trainers, don't let other people judge you, okay? Do what you want to do. People do that because they're intimidated by you. Thank you for watching and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
I don't know who you are. I don't even know who I'm talking to. If that's true, if you don't know who I am, then maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.